Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Tony, and today we're going to be taking a device sent to me by a company called XiiAozet, and it's a networking USB device server. If you take a look at the back of the box, you can see a diagram on how to set it up. It's a real simple configuration. You basically plug it into your network via an Ethernet cable, and then you plug in USB devices into the USB ports on the device. Let's take a closer look now at the device itself, and we'll talk about what comes inside the box. Included inside the box is the USB server, a user manual, which is helpful. They also include a flat Ethernet cable and the power cord. Now the power cord is 12 volts, 1 amp, and it has a barrel connector on the end. Looking at the ports, you have 3 USB 3.0 ports, a gigabit LAN port. Here's the port for the power connector, and then you have a reset button. On the top of the unit, if we take a closer look, there's the XiiAozet branding, and then you have your status lights on the bottom. From left to right: power, system, cloud, USB 1, USB 2, and USB 3. So the power is self-explanatory. The system light will stay lit when the system is fully booted. The cloud light will stay lit when it senses an Ethernet connection, and then the USB lights will light up if you have USB devices plugged into each of the USB ports. All right, so regarding compatibility, it supports Windows, Mac, and Linux. On the Windows download page, you have 2 options for downloading. There's a download directly from the XiiAozet site. You can also download from the Microsoft Store if you feel more comfortable. It's called the USB tool for Windows. For macOS, it's a virtual USB client. And then for Linux, it's called the USB tool for Linux. Now, for the purposes of speeding up this video, I've already downloaded and installed the Windows application and the Mac virtual client. Let's go ahead and get some testing underway. All right, let me give you an idea of what I actually have going on here. So you see a white cable coming out of the back of the server, running up the front of my rack. It's just plugged into my network switch. From right to left in the back, I have plugged into the USB port a USB stick. Next to that, to the left, I have a cable connecting to a 2.5-inch Sabrent enclosure. Next to that, I have a black cable that you see that'll run up the front of these drawers and then connecting to the rear of my printer. As we come back, we have a closer look now at the indicator lights. The power light, the system light is solid, meaning it's fully booted. The cloud light is solid, meaning it's got a network connection. And the USB indicator lights are all solid, meaning that there are devices plugged into the back of each of the USB 3.0 ports. All right, so I've shown you the physical connections, and now I have it all set up over in my server room. Before we get to the software and showing you how to use the device and testing it out, I want to read a couple of important notes outlined in the owner's guide. But first, if you're liking the video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and let me know what you think so far of the USB server. Put that down in the comments below. All right, so the first important note reads, each USB device can only be connected and controlled by one computer at a time. One computer can connect and control up to 3 USB devices simultaneously. If another computer needs to use the device, please disconnect it from the current computer first. So for example, since you can install the software on multiple computers, if I'm printing, let's say, from my studio computer and I want to go over and print from my workstation computer, I have to make sure I disconnect it from the studio computer first before I can print from the other computer. And finally, ensure your computers and the print server are all on the same local network. All right, so I've already downloaded and installed the XiiAozet Virtual USB application. You can see it identified my 3 devices. The notifier is my USB stick. The Sabrent is my 2.5-inch drive inside the Sabrent enclosure, and then you can see my printer there. So let's go ahead and connect to the USB stick first. Just say connect. You can see here it appears in the side, and then all the files on that disk. I actually have a video file on here that I purposely put on to show you how it streams video through the USB server over the network. So this is just a short 19-second clip from another video that I previously have done. Now there is no audio because I'm not passing through audio on the VM at this point in time. But you can see it's streaming the video file, no problem whatsoever. We're going to leave that device connected. Let's connect the 2.5-inch drive now. And there you can see the contents of the 2.5-inch drive. We'll leave that connected, and now let's get the printer connected. Okay, I have the printer connected. Now let's switch over to this view here so you can see the actual printer. We'll do a printing test. I'll bring up a simple notepad file. We'll come up to File. We'll say Print. You can see it actually found the printer automatically. Let's come over here and say Print. And you should see the printer printing the page any moment now. I can hear it in the back room. There you go, and it just spit out the test page. Okay, disconnecting the devices are pretty straightforward. You just have to come up to the software and hit the disconnect button. You get the confirmation in the Windows screen down here. We can close that. We'll go ahead and disconnect the other two devices. Again, we get the notification message, and then we'll disconnect the printer. And now any of these three devices can be used by another computer on your network, providing that you have the software installed. All right, so I want to test now on macOS, but full disclosure, because I want to be honest with my viewers, I did have some hiccups using this virtual universal client for macOS, but let's go ahead and launch it, and then I'll talk about some of the hiccups. So there you can see it did find the USB server, it found the printer, it found the USB stick, and it found the Sabre enclosure that's holding the 2.5-inch drive. Now, one of the disclaimers is that I have not had luck with it using the Sabre enclosures, whether I use the 2.5-inch or a 3.5-inch enclosure with a 3.5-inch drive in. It just yields an error message. Also, I had to restart the server when trying to connect to it from Mac OS. Did not have that issue on Windows. I could connect and disconnect multiple times on the Windows platform. So I think it's just something with this actual virtual client. But in any event, I did want to just point that out because, again, if I'm not honest with my viewers, then there's no reason for me to be doing this. So that said, let me show you what I'm talking about with the Sabre. Let's say right click, use this device. It says in use by you, but eventually it should pop up an error message. And there's the error message. It says unable to enumerate device at address 212. All right. So let's go ahead now and let's try connecting the USB stick, which this I know for a fact does work. So we're going to right click it and say, use this device. It should mount the drive, no problem. There we go right here. Let's launch it. You can see all the MP3 files on this device. In fact, here's the test movie that I played earlier when testing on the Windows platform. We'll just play a few seconds. For the purpose of using its own keypad and this demonstration, we're going to keep it set to local relay. And you can see it has no problem streaming the video over the network through that USB server. Let's go ahead and close that, and let's come over here and let's connect to the printer. Let's right click on the printer and say use this device. And now let me bring up a notepad file and let's switch to this screen here so that you could see the printer below me. Let's come up to File. Let's say Print. It finds the HP Pro. That's my default printer, which is normally connected to the network, but I have the Ethernet cable unplugged. Here's the printer that's connected through the USB server. So let's select that and let's say Print. And if we keep our eye on the printer below me, we should see the page spit out momentarily. I hear it. And there we go. All right, so there's a look at the XiiAozet networking USB device server, as XiiAozet calls it. I want to thank XiiAozet for sending it to me for my testing and my review. Let me know what you think of the device down in the comments below. I think it's got a lot of potential. It works flawlessly on the Windows platform, at least in my testing here in the studio and in the lab. On the Mac OS side, I did encounter a couple of hiccups. Full disclosure, I'm not going to lie to my viewers out there. However, I think think it's got a lot of potential. If they can perfect a Mac software instead of using a universal client, I think it would be very valuable in a mixed environment like I have here, where I'm running Windows and Mac computers. So in any event, again, thank you XiiAozet for sending this to me for my review. I look forward to seeing what happens in the future with this device. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. And if you'd like to see more right now, please click the video on the screen. And thank you so much for watching.